Hello, this is Matt on the Moon Lambeau channel. I tell you what, I really do not envy the position of the SEC attorneys who have to defend their position and go after Ripple, claiming that Ripple sold XRP as an unregistered security. There are now documents. Ripple attorneys have stated they have documents indicating that there were some seriously in-depth conversations between the SEC and cryptocurrency exchanges and some hedge funds, specifically on the topic of whether or not XRP was a security. Now, we knew that Ripple had caught wind that there were these types of communication, so I've talked about that on the channel before, but now we're learning, this is new information, that Ripple's got some actual documents that they want to be admissible in court, so it should be available in the discovery process here. And then there's this headline from Crypto Newsflash. Newly found document on SEC website reveals inconsistency. Will it favor Ripple? This whole goings on, the legal goings on here, it's increasingly seeming just like a circus. It's like, and with the SEC, I know again it's a big government organization. The left hand doesn't know what the hell the right hand's doing. There's a lot of people, that are pushing all sorts of different narratives and quote-unquote policies surrounding XRP and cryptocurrency, and then these poor SEC lawyers, I say poor, they have to clean up the mess. I'm becoming less like as time passes, I've become less sympathetic with the SEC lawyers, because I get it, they're doing their job, but the arguments that they're making, I don't believe that they believe them. I really don't. And so for a human to behave like that, to me, that just seems like very unethical behavior. That's what it seems like. Because I cannot believe for a moment that they believe these poor arguments and that they think the hypocrisy they're engaging on isn't some sort of issue. But here we are. Now, I do want to be clear that I'm not offering legal or financial advice. I am, excuse me, I will never do that, frankly. I would never want that type of responsibility. I don't want anyone to buy or sell anything because of anything that I say are right. I'm just an enthusiast. There is nothing special about me. I just think it's fun as an enthusiast and from an unprofessional perspective to run this YouTube channel, make YouTube videos about Ripple and XRP and crypto. And that is indeed all that's going on here, just to be super duper clear. Now, shout out to Frecky, who tagged me in this short Twitter thread from Wrath of Kahneman, and you guys are gonna love this here. This is fantastic. Just knowing that Ripple's got these documents, and hopefully we'll learn even more about them in the future. But check this out. From XRP community member Wrath of Kahneman, all up on the Twitters, he wrote, "Seems important. Ripple has documents from exchanges / hedge funds that met with the SEC, made their case XRP was not a security, felt comfortable using XRP, and were not told otherwise by the SEC. Expected, but cool to see the documents are in hand." Oh, yes, exactly. And so take a look at this. So this must have been from one of the court hearings, maybe the most recent one. Check this out. So this would be from the Ripple's attorneys. "Now, we have already found documents from third parties going to various market participants like cryptocurrency exchanges and hedge funds, met with the SEC specifically seeking guidance on whether they could list and transact in XRP along with Bitcoin and Ether, or whether XRP had to be treated as a security. They presented their own analysis to the SEC about why XRP was not a security. And after the meeting, they proceeded to list XRP on their exchanges or invest in XRP in their funds. So, obviously, they reached the conclusion that XRP was not a security and was not told otherwise by the SEC. Should the SEC not have said something, spoken up, questioned, said, hey, it could be a security even if they didn't want to declare? Couldn't they have at a minimum said, hey, we're looking into this, there's at least a chance there could be charges, you might want to hold your horses here. This is, and so that's why it's disgusting, and they're blaming the exchanges and the hedge funds are no longer interacting with XRP. They're blaming them for the price of XRP plummeting, which is another disingenuous thing, but this is the type of behavior that they're engaging in. And then Wrath of Kahneman also wrote, Brad's lawyer mentioning their, quote, concrete examples that market players left meetings with the SEC that XRP was not a security. And so here's another one. I wrote here, this is not some fishing expedition. So this is Brad Garlinghouse's lawyer. We have concrete examples of interactions between sophisticated market players as late as May 2019, where the SEC has engaged in dialogue with those market players, and the actions they took after that dialogue establishes that they believed, walking away from the meetings with the SEC, that XRP was not a security. That's exculpatory, meaning that it frees them of the any sort of burden of guilt. Now into this. I know I'm sure you guys are feeling the same thing that I'm feeling right now. This is just redonkulous. Here's the headline from Crypto News Flash. Newly found document on SEC website reveals inconsistency. Will it favor Ripple? In a document uploaded to the U.S. Securities and Exchange Commission database in January, a member of the XRP community discovered an inconsistency that could be important to the case against Ripple Labs. The document includes investment rules for executives at investment firm Ballard. Dated January 4th, 2021, the firm noticed that the SEC of its code of ethics for its employees to maintain their integrity and compliance with regulations. Ballard tells the SEC that its executives have the ability to invest in Bitcoin, Ethereum, and XRP. Ballard acknowledges that the regulatory framework for cryptocurrencies is complex. As a result, they state that these digital assets are generally considered currencies and are not considered securities. Conversely, the firm prohibited its executives from investing in other cryptocurrencies that could potentially be a security. The investment firm thus made an important delineation in the document when it stated that its code of ethics is based on SEC laws and statutes. And here's a quote. The rules of conduct outlined in this code are based in large part on rules of law and legal concepts developed under those statutes. We believe that it is our job to conduct our business to avoid not only any violation of law, but also to avoid any appearance of violation of grounds for criticism. And then the piece continues. The XRP community has taken notice of the document and speculated about the impact it will have on the ongoing lawsuit. Attorney John Deaton, who filed a motion to intervene on behalf of over 10,500 XRP owners, stated he will include it in his treasury. Meanwhile, attorney James Filan stated that the investment firm's statement will likely have no impact on the litigation process. However, he did not dismiss that Ballard had notified the commission and that the regulator accepted the document in spite of its content. And here's a quote. Maybe they did. Maybe Ripple will find out in discovery. It could also be what Cryptonym said, that market sentiment / participants viewed it as a cryptocurrency similar to Bitcoin and ETH. That's the hard part about this. We are all just guessing. And Cryptonym, they pulled this from a Twitter thread, and that was, I don't have the Twitter thread pulled up. I did read through it though, and Cryptonym was an individual that was participating within the thread, and so they threw this quote in here. And then anybody reading through this would be like, what the hell is a cryptonym? Because the Crypto News Flash did not explain that. So I explained it. You guys are welcome. Anyway, Filan then added that the document could serve as resources for Ripple's legal team. In the discovery phase, the lawyers could ask for information about communications between the SEC and Ballard concerning XRP, Bitcoin, and Ethereum. And Filan added the following. So while a code of ethics is required by SEC rules, I don't think a statement by another company in its code would provide Ripple with something it could, without more necessarily, rely on in litigation with the SEC. Maybe Ballard did have discussions with the SEC, and Stuart Alderodi, who's the general counsel at Ripple, will be able to make a discovery demand that specifically asks for any information regarding discussions between the SEC and Ballard regarding all three cryptocurrencies. This was what I meant when I said without more. If they had those discussions, that would be more. Maybe we will get lucky. And so the bottom line being that, so first of all, it seems like John Deaton seems that this is something that's valuable either way. And depending, and as far as James Filan is concerned, it seems that depending on what additional information is uncovered, this could be, it could be not that important, or it could be much more substantial here. Either way, everything just keeps stacking up against the SEC. That's the way it certainly appears to me. And the judges continue to rule in Ripple's favor. There's just there's so much to report on. It's actually hard to keep up with, and it's hard to mentally track. But This is really something. Like, even to this point, I know, like, the court case hasn't even started. Hopefully it doesn't. Hopefully we just get a settlement. But my gosh, to this point, I wasn't expecting necessarily. I was hoping, but I wasn't necessarily expecting this much positive, this many positive developments to occur for Ripple in this time frame before things even get heated here, and to such a degree that I'll not be surprised if we actually do see a settlement rather than this actually make it to courts. And also, don't forget too, 95% of cases brought against entities by the SEC, 95% of them actually do end in settlement. So we'll see if Ripple's part of the 5% that actually goes to court. But, you know, if you're going to bet on whether or not any individual case, without even knowing what it is, ends up actually going to court, if you want to take that 5% side, you're going to be wrong the vast majority of the time. So hopefully that something actually happens here that results in this getting settled. But it just depends on if the SEC is going to continue to be a bunch of baby back biatches, or if they're going to be reasonable and allow settlement terms that would allow Ripple to continue to exist in the United States as a company. So we shall see. I'll wrap up there, though. I am not a financial advisor. Do not buy or sell anything because of anything I say or write. That would be a very, very, very bad idea. Until next time, to the moon, Lambo.